Have you ever wondered why the things that used to be so easy, getting up from a chair, stepping onto a stair, bending down to pick something up, now feel slower, heavier, and sometimes even a little worrying? And maybe, just like so many people in their 60 seconds, 70 seconds, even 80 seconds, you said to yourself, I just want to do things on my own. I don't want to depend on anyone. I want to stay independent for as long as I can. If those thoughts have ever crossed your mind, you are not alone. The truth is this: aging itself doesn't take away your independence. It's the silent weakening of a few key muscle groups that makes daily life feel harder than it used to. But the good news is, you can get that strength back. No gym, no equipment, no heavy workouts. Just 5 gentle movements, backed by research and recommended by geriatric specialists, that can help you stay independent for many years to come. In today's video, I'll guide you through 5 simple daily movements designed specifically for people over 60, movements that help you stand stronger, walk steadier, and feel more confident in every small task you do. And you don't need to follow every picture perfectly. Just listen, imagine, and let your body move at its own pace. Because sometimes, just a few minutes a day is enough to change the future of your health. When you're ready, let's begin with the first part. Why independence declines after 60, and what's really happening inside your body. As we enter our 60 seconds, 70 seconds, and beyond, our bodies begin to change in a very quiet way. No warning, no loud signals, just small shifts that we only notice when everyday tasks start to feel harder than they used to. You stand up from a chair, but now you need your hands for support. You climb a step, and your knees feel weaker. You bend down, and your lower back tightens. Sometimes, you even feel your balance isn't the same anymore. Sound familiar? This is not because you're lazy, not because you don't walk enough, not because getting old means there's nothing you can do. The real cause is a natural process scientists call functional strength decline. After age 60, the body loses 3% to 8% of muscle strength every year if it's not trained correctly. And the most worrying part is this: the muscles that weaken the fastest are the very ones that keep you independent. Glutes help you stand strong. Hamstrings help you step with confidence. Hips help you stay balanced. Core muscles help you twist, lift, stabilize, and prevent falls. These muscle groups decide whether you can stand up on your own, walk on your own, carry things on your own, and take care of your daily life without relying on anyone else. Walking every day is wonderful for your health, but unfortunately, walking does not activate these deep, stabilizing muscles. That's why many people walk thousands of steps every day for years, yet still get weaker, still struggle with stairs, still lose balance, and still have trouble getting up from a chair. Harvard Health once wrote, "Strength, not endurance, is what determines independence in older adults." And the National Institute on Aging stated, "Preserving strength in later life means preserving your ability to live independently." In other words, you don't just want to live long. You want to live strong, live steady, and live on your own terms. The good news is, this decline can be reversed. When you activate the right muscles with the right movements, you can maintain and even rebuild the strength you need to stay independent for many years ahead. And that is exactly why we're about to begin with the 5 simple exercises scientifically proven to support independence after age 60. When most people think about exercise, they imagine heavy workouts, weights, gyms, or long routines. But the truth is this: for people over 60, what matters isn't how much you exercise. It's whether you train the right muscles with the right movements. The 5 exercises we're about to do are not random. They were chosen based on one simple principle: train the movements that keep you independent. Think about the tasks you do every single day: standing up from a chair, sitting down, climbing stairs, stepping over a threshold, bending down to pick something up, carrying grocery bags, maintaining balance while standing, turning your body to reach something behind you. All of these familiar actions depend on a set of essential muscles, what scientists call the muscles of independent function: your hips, glutes, hamstrings, quadriceps, core, and balance stabilizers. Walking, though excellent for your heart, does not activate these muscles strongly enough to keep you independent. That's why many people walk thousands of steps, yet still struggle to stand up, climb stairs slowly, lose footing easily, feel knee pain, experience balance issues, or feel like their body is not as steady as before. This is exactly why geriatric specialists at Mayo Clinic and the National Institute on Aging emphasize older adults must train movements that mimic daily life in order to stay independent. And that is precisely what these 5 exercises do. Movement 1 helps you stand up and sit down with ease. Movement 2 protects your back and strengthens your hips. Movement 3 makes stair climbing smoother and safer. Movement 4 improves balance and reduces fall risk. Movement 5 strengthens your arms and shoulders so you can push doors, carry objects, and support your own body weight. In other words, these are the 5 movements that help you stay independent for as long as possible. No equipment needed. No large space required. No youthful strength necessary. Just 5-10 minutes a day. Gentle, slow, consistent, and your body will begin to change in exactly the way you hope for. Now, let's move into the first exercise, the one that matters most for staying able to stand, sit, and live confidently on your own. Now we begin with the most important movement in today's entire routine. This is the exercise rehabilitation specialists often call the Independence Strength Test for older adults. And it's no surprise why, because this is the movement you perform more than almost any other in daily life. Standing up, sitting down, then standing up again. Think about it for a moment. You get up from a chair, the bed, the couch, the kitchen table, dozens of times a day. If your body can handle this movement well, you stay independent for a long time. But when this becomes difficult, everything in daily life starts to feel heavier. That's why this first movement is the foundation for all the others. Sit at the edge of your chair, feet hip-width apart, keeping your back naturally straight. You don't need to copy the images perfectly, just listen, imagine, and feel your own body. As you stand up, try not to use your hands for support. Let your legs do just a little more of the work. Feel the gentle push through your feet, the soft engagement of your thighs, and the steady lift from your glutes. And as you sit back down, control the movement slowly as if you're lowering your body with care and respect. Even doing this 5 times can help you feel a clear difference. And here's something fascinating. A study published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found that older adults who practiced this exercise regularly for just 2 weeks increased their leg strength by 28%. 28% from one simple, gentle movement. So if you're still watching right now, maybe you're beginning to realize something important. Your body isn't too weak. It simply needs to be activated in the right way. And I want to invite you to mark this moment your first step toward rebuilding your strength. Leave a number 1 in the comments to tell yourself, I've just begun my journey back to strength. Just one number, but a very meaningful step. Now that your body is warm and gently activated, we move on to movement #2, a movement that helps you bend down, pick things up, or tie your shoes without back pain. Many doctors call it the golden key to independence after age 60. After practicing the sit to stand, we now move into another essential movement, one that many specialists even call the golden exercise for protecting the lower back after age 60. This is the hip hinge, and let me be clear, this is not bending your back, not rounding your spine, not hunching forward. It is a natural movement your body used to perform effortlessly until age and stiffness slowly made it harder to do. Stand tall with your feet hip-width apart, keeping your spine naturally straight. Now imagine a soft string gently pulling your hips backward. Your torso leans forward, but your back stays straight and your head remains relaxed. And in that exact moment, your glutes, hamstrings, and hip muscles wake up. You may feel a mild stretch. Not pain, just a new sensation. Almost like your body is remembering the correct movement pattern it once knew so well. This exercise is incredibly important because it helps you bend down to pick something up without back pain. Tie your shoes comfortably. Lift light objects around the house. Protect your spine when turning or twisting. Stand for longer periods without lower back tightness. And here's something remarkable. Researchers at Mayo Clinic found that older adults who practiced this movement just 2-3 times per week reduced their risk of chronic lower back pain by 41%. 41% from one gentle movement. And remember, the goal isn't to do as many reps as possible. The goal is to move slowly, with control, so your body naturally activates the right muscles. If you're feeling your hamstrings or glutes working right now, congratulations. You're doing it correctly, and you're doing something powerful for your future. But our journey doesn't stop here. Up next is a movement that mimics exactly what people over 60 do every day: climbing stairs, stepping up, or navigating uneven floors. It's a movement that can noticeably strengthen your legs in just a few days. This next movement is one of the most familiar actions in our daily lives: stepping up onto a higher surface. Whether you're stepping onto a porch, walking up a stair, or climbing a small slope, your legs always work in the same way. But after age 60, many people begin to feel that their legs just don't push the way they used to. Needing more effort to step up, knees feeling weak, easily losing footing balance, feeling unsteady, climbing stairs more slowly. That's why the step up is the perfect exercise to help you regain lost strength in your thighs and hips, two muscle groups most responsible for stair climbing and balance. Stand in front of a low step, a porch step, a small platform, or even a thick book if you don't have a step. Place one foot on the step and gently push your body upward using the strength of that leg. No rushing, no jumping, just a smooth, controlled lift. As you rise, notice how your quadriceps activate your glutes, tighten slightly, your hips stabilize your body. Your foot presses the ground with confidence. Everything is working together to build a stronger, steadier step. And when you lower yourself back down, go slowly. That slow movement is what helps rebuild true strength. Do 5 repetitions on each side or fewer, depending on your ability. What matters most is that you feel your leg working the right way. A study from the Canadian Institute for Aging found that performing step-ups 3 times a week improved stair climbing ability by 32% in just 3 weeks. This is why so many rehabilitation doctors recommend this exercise for adults over 60 who want to climb stairs, comfortably stand up more easily, avoid missteps, and maintain independence in movement. And if you're doing this with me right now, you may already feel something important: your body is stronger than you think. With the right movements, at the right time, your strength returns quickly. But we're not at the most crucial part just yet, because no matter how strong your legs are, if your balance begins to decline, the risk of falling remains. And falling, as you know, is one of the greatest fears for anyone over 60. That's why the next movement is one of the most important exercises for long-term independence. Among all the changes that happen after age 60, there's one that many people overlook. Your balance begins to decline faster than almost anything else. You may still walk every day. You may still climb stairs regularly. But the moment you try standing on one leg for just a few seconds, you might feel your stability isn't quite the same. That's an important signal, because balance is the shield that protects you from falling, and falls are one of the leading reasons older adults lose their independence. The good news is, balance can absolutely improve with the right practice. Let's begin. Stand near a wall or a sturdy chair for safety. Place your feet firmly on the ground. Relax your shoulders. Breathe gently. Now, slowly lift one foot, just a few centimeters off the ground. No need to lift high. No need to tense up. Simply allow your body to find its natural point of balance. You'll notice the foot you're standing on begins to grip the floor, your hips gently activate, and your core holds you upright. If you wobble a little, that is perfectly normal. It means your body is relearning how to stabilize itself. Hold this position for 5-10 seconds. Then, switch sides. 2 to 3 times per leg is enough. A study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that older adults who could stand on one leg for 10 seconds had a significantly lower risk of falling over the next 7 years. Just 10 seconds with a huge impact on your long-term safety. And the best part is, as your balance improves, you will walk more steadily, turn your body without dizziness, step up without hesitation, feel confident on uneven ground. Just one small movement, but it transforms your confidence with every step. But we're not finished yet. Strong legs and good balance alone are not enough. You still need a final muscle group that helps you. Push open a door, support yourself when standing. Lift yourself up if you slip, carry, or move light objects around the house. And that's exactly why we need Movement 5, the exercise that strengthens your upper body so you can stay independent in every daily activity. We've trained the legs, the hips, and the balance system. Now it's time to awaken strength in the upper body, an area that plays a far more important role than most people realize. Think about it. How many times a day do you use your hands to push yourself up from a chair? How many times do you push open a heavy door? How often do you brace your hands on a table or counter to catch yourself when you lose balance for a moment? All of these require strong arms, shoulders, and chest muscles. and one of the easiest, safest, and most recommended exercises by rehabilitation specialists is the wall push-up or counter push-up. Let's begin gently. Stand about an arm's length away from the wall. Place both hands on the wall at chest height. Fingers pointing upward, shoulders relaxed. Now slowly lower your body toward the wall. No need to go deep. No need to push hard. Just lower yourself until you feel your chest and arms working lightly. Then gently push your body back to the starting position. There is no pressure on the wrists, no strain on the shoulders, and no impact on the lower back. That's why this exercise is suitable for almost everyone over 60. Why is this movement so important? When your upper body strength improves, you stand up more easily. You can catch yourself safely during a small slip. You carry household items without fatigue. You open heavy doors without help. You maintain independence in countless daily activities. A study from the American Household Geriatric Society showed that older adults with stronger upper bodies maintained independent living 37% longer than those who didn't train these muscles. This means that every gentle push you make into the wall is an investment in your future freedom. And now, you've completed all 5 essential movements. These 5 movements, sit to stand, hip hinge, step up, single leg balance, and wall push-up, form the foundation that helps you stay independent, confident, and capable in every step and every daily action. But for these movements to truly transform your body, you need to know how often to practice, when to practice, and how to maintain the routine so your strength doesn't fade again. And that's exactly what we'll cover in the next part, the final, essential section that shows you how to turn these 5 exercises into your golden daily habit. When you stay consistent with these 5 movements for just 2 to 4 weeks, even just a few minutes a day, you will begin to feel very real changes. Not theoretical changes, but changes you can notice in the small, everyday moments of your life. First, you'll find it easier to stand up. You won't need to push off with your hands as much. Your legs and glutes will feel stronger, supporting you more naturally. When you step onto a stair, you'll notice less knee discomfort, lighter steps, and no more fear of missing the step. And when you bend down to pick something up, your lower back will feel less tight, your hips more flexible, and your body will move more smoothly simply because it has relearned how to move the right way. And most importantly, you'll feel your confidence return with every step. Science confirms this. The U.S. National Institute on Aging, NIA, states, practicing 3-5 functional exercises daily can reduce the risk of falling by up to 50%. The Washington Post reported that movements that mimic everyday activities are key to maintaining independence in older adults. A study of over 2,000 seniors found that just 10 minutes of functional exercise a day improved independence within 30 days. You don't need heavy workouts. You don't need pain. You don't need equipment. You only need gentle, consistent, targeted movement. And one morning, when you get out of bed without pushing hard with your hands, or when you climb the stairs without feeling out of breath, or when you walk a long distance without worrying about losing balance, you'll suddenly realize, my body has changed. And that is the moment many people describe as getting myself back again. But for these improvements to last and for you to keep your independence for many more years, you need to know how to combine the exercises, how to schedule them, and how to maintain the habit so your strength doesn't fade again. And that's exactly what we'll cover in the next part, a crucial section, where you'll learn how to turn these 5 movements into your daily golden habit. To get fast and noticeable results from these 5 movements, you don't need to exercise more, you just need to exercise at the right moments. The best times are in the morning, right after waking up. Your body is light, relaxed, and less stiff. Before walking to activate your glutes, hips, and thighs so every step feels steadier. After walking, when your body is warm, your muscles respond more effectively to strength training. You only need 5-10 minutes. Move slowly, steadily, and with control. No need to go deep. No need to push hard. Remember, consistency matters more than intensity. If you practice daily or every other day, your body will continue getting stronger. And if you want to make the habit easier to maintain, choose one fixed time each day, a small daily appointment with your own health. Now that you understand how to apply these movements effectively, we can move on to the final section, a warm, encouraging conclusion to remind you why this journey is worth every minute. You've just completed the 5 most important movements to keep your body strong and independent after age 60. Each movement may seem small, but when you practice them consistently, they will help you stand up more easily, walk with greater stability, climb stairs with less effort, and live each day with more confidence and independence. Strength doesn't come from pushing your body hard. It comes from the gentle, intentional movements you give yourself day after day. If you'd like to continue receiving safe, simple, senior-friendly exercises, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Thank you for spending this time moving with me today. Wishing you strength, balance, and long-lasting independence in your daily life.